leverages Salesforce's native organization-wide email functionality, as well as a bunch of other goodies that allows you to control the reply to email address that your carriers and customers will see whenever they receive an email from Revenova. First thing I want to show you is this org-wide email address. We've got a bunch of documentation on this, so I'm not going to dive into it, so definitely refer to that documentation. But the main thing that you want to see here is that the status is verified. It's not going to be an available pick list until the email address is verified. So the main changes are on the document options side of things. We've consolidated all of the reply to email functionality that was kind of throughout the system to this one page. So this is going to be your one-stop shop for all reply tos. So for the purpose of this demo, I've created a global document option as well as an LTL specific document option. So you can see the LTL one is anytime the mode is LTL, this document option is going to be applied. So looking at the documents, which actually, let me open up the LTL version first. So I've set up these new email templates, which this page should look a little bit more streamlined to you. So for each business process, so customer load confirm or customer invoicing or carrier load tender, we've added 3 new fields. So there's a reply to email, which as you can see is just a free text email address. That can be anything. It doesn't need to be a user in the app. It can literally just be an email address that you type in. We've also added a reply to user, which is a lookup field on the load record as well. And one thing I want to call out, this does respect custom fields. So if you have a custom lookup field, that will be available in this pick list as well. And then last but not least is that org-wide email address functionality. So since the email that I created was verified, it's an available pick list value in the org-wide email section of document options. So we've added cascade functionality similar to what we have throughout Revenova. But what that means is if the reply to email is filled out, we're going to use that first. If the reply to email address is blank, then we're going to look to the reply to user. If that is blank, then we'll look to the reply to org-wide email address. So we're going to check any document options that are specific. So for example, this LTL specific document option will be used first if it matches the load. So any loads that are LTL, we'll use this one and we'll use these respective fields. If they're blank, then we will cascade to the global document options. So what that means in real life for the UI is I've pre-built this LTL mode or this LTL load. When I hit send on the customer quote, we are going to default the reply to user based on the document options that was LTL specific. So as you can see, the reply to email address matches the reply to email address for the customer load confirmation, and it's the reply to email since this is the first one in the cascade and these two are blank. However, if I go back into that load and I do the tender button on the carrier quote, we're gonna not use the LTL version. We are gonna default using the global document options. So if I scroll down here to the carrier load tender, you can see that the carrier load tender reply to email is test@revenova.com, which is why we're using that. If, for whatever reason, we want to use the org-wide email address for carrier tenders, I'll go ahead and hit save. If I hit tender this time, we will now use the default reply to as the org-wide email address, again, respecting the settings that you set in document options. As you can see, this feature ensures that each email reply to is going to the correct inbox, fully streamlining communications with your customers and carriers.